Good evening. Good evening. How we doing? So I'm just posting some links on social media. Joe Amara is in. Joseph.
Wow. Talk about last minute, eh?
Well, mate, we can't make out we're fucking organised because we never ever are. You just texted me and went, I'm sitting on the sofa till 11 p.m. I am not fucking moving. And Henry just said exactly the same thing to me. We're live, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, all good, mate. Listen, we've got an excuse if it goes as bad as the last launch. So,
your old man will be in a minute going, can't hear ya, Dan, can't hear ya.
That's exactly what I was just thinking.
Can't hear him. You live, Pete? Oh, are we? How you doing?
Oh, brilliant. All good, mate. All good.
As a great man once said, oh, what a guy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly that.
Fucking madness, mate. It's very unlike us. I remember I did a stream about 3 years ago, sat here for 4 hours straight, and we signed Shay Ojo with fucking 10 minutes to midnight or something like that.
Yeah. Do you know what? This is one of the most excited I've been on the transfer deadline. I thought we were done, in all honesty. And then me and Connor have had a few words with some contacts at Millwall, said Kiefer Moore's available, you know.
But it's a little bit of a running joke on our group chat, isn't it? Whenever someone goes, I've heard Jamal Lowe signing, I've heard Kiefer Moore signing, and I actually put it in the group earlier. And everyone was like, fuck that.
Do you know what? When I see, I think I see online yesterday something about Bournemouth have said Jamal Lowe's available. And I was like, as a joke, I was like, oh, Jamal Lowe's incoming because we've been linked to him about 5 times and he always turns us down. And then in a slight bit underneath, it said Kiefer Moore's also available. And I thought, whoa, don't think we're going to get that done, but looks like it could be happening.
It isn't confirmed yet. People are asking in the comments. On Sky Sports, it says Millwall will agree a deal to sign Kiefer Moore. However, allegedly, Cardiff are also in the running, and of course, he once played for Cardiff. I'm pinning all my hopes on my boy Tom Bradshaw to pull us through because, of course, they worked together at Barnsley back in the day.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. It's come out rumours that his preference is Cardiff, but you'd hope Bradders would have a bit of a swing in it. Yeah, sorry to keep name dropping, but that random time in Cardiff back in January when me and Connor started talking to him that night, he actually, no word of a lie, he said he's still close mates with Bradshaw. Me and Connor give it all we was like, you and Bradshaw at Barnsley together were great. And he said, yeah, we're still close mates. Our partners are close mates.
Don't give me the ump, though, because I'm close to Bradders than he is.
Well, yeah, probably. So from hearing that, you'd think, come on, surely it might have Bradders getting his ear roll, get it done.
I don't know what's happened. I'm fucking at work today, and I'm like, no, I shouldn't have come in today. I've got in at 5. I've missed the gym, as you know. I'm back getting in the trim, trying. The long battle begins, and I'm like, I can't even go in tonight. I can't even do it. I've got to get these videos done. They've all gone out. Some signings have been made on transfer deadline day, and 2 players left the club. Thing is, like Gary Rowett said in the week, I wouldn't mind getting 1 more in. And everyone was going, it's got to be a centre half, and it wasn't. But then Richard Cowley yesterday went, there's going to be a lot of goings on. I thought transfer deadline day was yesterday. So did you?
Yeah, so did I initially. Yeah.
It's never on a Friday, is it?
Nah, it's strange to have it on a Friday, to be fair.
11 p.m. it closes. We are about, let me just move that light. We are about 2 hours.
2 hour and a bit.
2 hours and 22 minutes away from the close of play. The reason we're live mainly is because the rumour is, of course, it says on Sky Sports, Kiefer Moore has agreed a deal to join the Lions on loan from Bournemouth. A lot of other clubs in the mix, Joe, as well, including Norwich.
Yeah, if this happens, I can't believe earlier on in the day it said Norwich were in for him. I'm sure everyone's seen that video by now I'm sure it was a Sky Sports reporter saying that it was in the pipeline for him to join Norwich, and all of a sudden we've come in. So if we're beating Norwich to a signing, that says big things. And I think you've got to put your hat off to Mr. James Barrelson, because listen, those two signings today. Well, I don't really know much about the guy on loan from Hull, but I've seen various tweets saying that it'd be good for us, and some people saying unsure why Hull let him go.
Yeah,
Campbell, very happy with.
yeah.
You look at him, he played 43 games in a promotion-winning side last season. So I thought that was brilliant. And mate, I was not expecting this whole Kiefer Moore thing, in all honesty.
This could be. Charlie says we surely can't play one up front. I mean, it's a strong squad. Simon says never trust Sky Sports. This could turn into the biggest anti-climax shit show you've ever seen, but we're quite good at that on this channel. Let's hope it doesn't. But yeah, let's talk about. I just can't believe how much business we're doing. Gary Rowett must be. If we pull this off, he'll be laughing his bollocks off. Players out the door. Is your old man Jordan? You're not your mum and dad's. You're at home.
I'm at mine. I've texted him. He said he's coming on. Sent him the link, but
I'll put the link in. Right. 2 players left the club today. Start with this man, Georgie Evans. I haven't had time to do proper graphics. Is what it is. Yeah, Evans. It had to be done, didn't it? He had to leave the club.
It was inevitable. That's been going on for about 4. How long has he been with us? 2 years?
Only 2 years. 2 things.
2.5. Didn't he sign in January?
Yeah, 2 things with him. One, I thought he signed a long time before that. And 2, is it me or does he just keep getting taller, George Evans? He come on the other day, I'm like, he's a fucking giant.
Yeah.
Oh, when it's George Evans, he's stretching himself out fucking during the training ground. He's not kicking many footballs. But, yeah, George Evans had to go off the books. He'll do all right in League 2, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. In all honesty, I think he was a bit of a strange one. Like, I don't think he didn't really start many games for us, did he? So we only see, well, especially last season, we only see a lot of him as a sub. But I was never really like a huge fan of him. But I wouldn't say like, oh, he's useless, get rid of him. Do you know what I mean? But over maybe the past season, I'd start to say that. It's just, yeah, but I think he had to get moved on in the end because he just weren't getting any game time, was he? And I think he'll be a good player at that level.
Oh, very good. Suits him. He seems like the sort of a bit of a fucking, bit of a pretty, I might be wrong, bit of a pretty boy. That will suit him, all the YouTube stuff and the fucking glamour around it.
Yeah. He said that. I watched his first interview with Wrexham, and he actually stated that in the interview, saying about all the Netflix, not Netflix, whatever it's on. And yeah, he mentioned all of that. So that's probably part and parcel of the move. Why Wrexham are attracting some players now.
Yeah, but definitely, mate, definitely. This daytime says emergency live. Dan wants a glass of red. You know it must be an emergency live because I've got no fucking alcohol. I've only got one.
I'm on the old glass of white as well.
I haven't really got anything. I've got one beer in the fridge. I'm not up early tomorrow. Obviously, we're going to Birmingham.
Yeah.
Roddy Burke signed for Birmingham in the end.
No, he hasn't. He's flown into the UK. He's still not signed.
Too busy wrapped around his missus, isn't he?
Someone was saying on another group, imagine that comes in, 2 last-minute signings, Kiefer Moore and Burke.
I know. Oh, the light's flashing. Hang on. That's the emergency transfer light. That's what I'm going to make that is.
Oh.
I didn't say it's getting done.
Sorry to
that's it.
Burst the bubble, but I've just had a message from someone saying more.
Richard Cowley, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Kiefer Moore to Mill isn't happening. Oh, my fucking God.
Oh, are you kidding me?
No, Richard Cowley just tweeted it. Did you hear that, Hen? Richard Cowley just said Kiefer Moore to Mill is not happening. Fucking hell, he just went. And that the emergency transfer line. I warned you all, it could have been a shit show. Could have been a shit show, sorry.
Oh, my God.
And it is. No Kiefer Moore. 9 minutes in, we get the bad news that it isn't happening. Richard Cowley has just absolutely squashed it. Sometimes he gives some good information to Cowley, and sometimes he crushes our dreams, and he's just done exactly that.
I just got a message on another group. Apparently, someone that inside information that it's off. Flipping hell.
This is the thing now. Was it ever on, or was it just? You
I
know,
think if it gets to the stage where Sky Sports are reporting the deal's agreed, then
yeah, Sky Sports really
flip's
using
sake.
fucking. Yeah, Connor's just posted in the group as well, and Kieran as well. You're a brother, not happening. I feel silly coming live now, but there you go. It is what it is. I did think we're sort of we're better in position than we was last season with two strikers, Nisbet and Bradshaw. But there you go, folks. Unfortunately, Kiefer Moore, is not joining the club.
Wow, at least we've cleared that one up.
Yeah, at least we didn't clear that at 1 minute to 11. Not happening.
At least it would have been worth the life.
I know. I ain't telling your old man when he comes on. Fuck me. Right, Kiefer
I
Moore.
think he already knows.
Oh, of course, he'll be indoors with Kieran and Connor.
Yeah.
Kiefer Moore, it's just been squashed, everyone. I can say this could be a shit show. So there you go. If you want to crack on your weekends, fair enough. If you want to stay, we'll do a bit of a show now, Maria. Kiefer Moore will not be signing for Millwall. Richard Cowley has squashed the rumour. It had been reported on Sky Sports that Kiefer Moore would sign for the Lions, and he preferred us over other clubs, including Norwich. There was a rumour he'd rather go to Cardiff. Of course, he came from Cardiff, and we wait to see if that will be the case. But he will not be signing for Millwall on deadline day. And we eat the mixture of Jamal Lowe and Kiefer Moore pie once again.
Flipping hell.
And this light is still fucking flashing. I can't stop it now either.
I honestly thought that was a done deal.
Well, I mean,
I think most of us did. Everyone's got carried away with it, isn't they?
I mean, even myself, as little as this channel is, you don't want to put stuff out if it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And it hasn't happened. So they won't be happy with that. It must have had a very, very reliable source. I've had to switch the lights over because that's going to keep happening otherwise.
But you're looking through for the past hour. How long's this been going on for? An hour or two? Scrolling through all the reports on social media, everything saying he's coming to us, and yeah, unfortunately not. And we're going to pull something else out the pipeline.
Yeah, the viewer's just gone from 250 to 200, but Kiefer Moore is not signing. He's trying to lose a few more followers here. If you haven't already, by the way, subscribe to the channel, please. If you haven't, it was Bavot and dressed up as Kiefer Moore.
Oh, fuck's sake.
That's very true. Millwall 4th gen. How are you doing, mate? John Rankin, I think that is. He did say that, Cowley, didn't he? He said that Sarkic won't be signing, and he did. Is
Richard Cawley on a wind-up? Who knows?
Well, look, we stay with it in hope of we don't keep losing fucking followers 13 minutes in. The 193 we're down to. We've discussed...
So what's this about Daka supposed to go to Bournemouth? So they was waiting on him to sign for Kiefer Moore to come to us. Has that fallen through then?
I'm actually not near Sky Sports. It's on in the other room. So I don't know. You might know more than I do.
Just from the comments, Daka. I think he's from Leeds.
I think they mean the guy from TalkSport who said it was on. And apparently he's a very reliable source. So I don't know, mate. But look, we got rid of George Evans today, and also followed him out the door was the big fucking German, all 5'9" of him, and about 13 stone soaking wet. Andreas Vogelsammer, he got a new deal, of course, didn't he? Last season, he activated himself, like the clause he had, because he played like 17 starts. We're not sorry to see Vogie go, are we?
Do you know what? I'm very unsure about this one. I've always thought, well, he had a full season, but I always thought, I was going to say we ain't seen enough of him. I personally thought when he was brought in as a striker, and he's been played on the wing, really. And you know, I thought he didn't really do a bad job. He done a job, put it that way. But I don't think he was ever majorly bad, and I think he was being played out of position. So, yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what to say about that one.
Yeah, I think, he had his uses. He definitely had his uses. I think if he does play, it means we're going to be quite defensive because he's going to be on the wing. tracking back. It seemed a very strange one to me when we always go, why don't we sign players from abroad? We did,
Yeah.
but he never really set the world right. He's never going to set the world right. To be fair, he couldn't get in the side in his usual position because Tom Bradshaw was filling that void. Rufus, how are you, mate? Sorry, I was on the right family line, wasn't I? You're fourth gen, of course you are, mate. So that'll make you you and not your dad. But I'm sure your dad's watching, even into Perry. Sorry, I didn't text your dad back. I am going tomorrow. Styles, yeah, that was another one. Callum Styles that got thrown into the mix by Alan Nixon, reluctant Nico on Twitter. Look, people can get these things wrong. Today, I posted that Alan Campbell and Longman were done, didn't I? In the group, I said done, confirmed before about an hour before everyone got told. Now I got told that by someone I work with. I was with him, and he got told it by his dad. I won't say how he got told it because I don't drop anyone in this shit. But he also told me about 2 months ago who was the left back from Fortuna Sittard, the English left back.
Oh, George Cox.
George Cox. He said to me, George Cox is at the ground and he's had a medical. And he's going to sign same day as Nisbet, and it never happened. So when he told me today, I was a bit like, really?
Yeah.
But that just proves things can change. Ollie Burke, I know for a fact, had a medical and then was in London and then ended up going to Werder Bremen originally. So things can change. Let's hope they do change.
What's actually happened with that George Cox? Because I'm sure Fortuna Sittard released him. Has he got a club yet?
I saw Blackburn were in for him. I don't know if he actually went there.
Who knows? It could be one we revisit late on. What is he, a left back though?
Attacking left back. I mean, I think.
Oh, after Matt Bryan, I don't think we'd go in for him now. What?
Joe, who's Matt Bryan?
Joe Bryan. Sorry, I don't know. I think
got the same name as you. How can you get him wrong? We spoke about players gone out. If you are just tuning, it does increasingly look like that's really pissing me off, that line in the background. That it won't happen. Teddy Davis, my mate, just messaged me. It's going to be a squash rumour. He's red hot, Teddy Davis, saying. Yeah. Kiefer Moore not going to Millwall. What was that? Despite reports he was joining for Bournemouth. Had it confirmed.
Do you know what, right? If we
put Cardiff and he's put good chance.
If that happened, that would have been amazing. We've all got a bit overexcited, but as you do, it says that the deal's agreed, but I just can't believe it. I was going to say about if we signed him, I was going to make a comment about Joe Bryan, the delivery he's got on him. Someone like Kiefer Moore getting on the end of them would really push us on, but
people keep saying we need a plan B. We need a big striker. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%. But the thing with Kiefer Moore, would he be a plan B? If we're signing him from Bournemouth Premier League team, played in the Premier League last year. Yeah, you'd think if we got him, right, you'd think we've got to play two up front. And I said in the group, even if you're playing one up front, how'd you pick between them three? Our top goal scorer last season, Tom Bradshaw, Nisbet and Kiefer Moore.
It's very difficult because, of course, Kiefer Moore, this is what we was pinning our hopes on in our WhatsApp group earlier.
Yeah.
He used to play at Barnsley with Tom Bradshaw, if you're late to the show. Joe mentioned it earlier. Yeah. That him and Bradshaw are mates, but Bradshaw said he's not as good a mate with Kiefer Moore as he is with me. But yeah, it definitely does look dead in the water. We've covered George Evans. We've covered Andreas Voglsammer. Let's get a bit of positivity back in the camp. Signings we have made, and we didn't think we were going to sign anyone. Start with this guy, Ryan Longman. I don't know too much about him, but I spoke to Mark Beard earlier. What's your first impressions, Joe?
Do you know what? Not going to lie, I have no idea who the guy is.
No, and a lot of us didn't. But what I like about him, 22 years old, comes from good stock, come through the ranks of Bournemouth. Brighton. Bournemouth on the fucking mind now. We're keeping more. Came through the academy at Brighton, played under Mark Beard. I've picked the wrong photo there because that one's a blurry one. Or a clear one. Anyway, but I mean, are we sometimes too negative as a fan base? Because we're saying we need midfielders, we need more players. We got some, and people were like, we needed a centre half. He's shit. He's got a bad knee. 2 clubs don't want him. Your old man saying, I'm not fucking telling him. He's not. He's standing behind the computer. Can you pass that beer out the fridge?
I think sometimes we can be a bit negative as a fan base. In all honesty, before this whole Kiefer Moore thing, I was going to say this is probably one of, if not the best transfer windows I've known. And that Kiefer Moore, if we signed him, that would blow it out of the water. I'd say, yeah, 100% best transfer window we've ever had. But that Longman, I don't know too much about him. But I did see something on Twitter earlier. It won a whole page. It was like a football league page, and they said I think Hull may have made a mistake letting Longman go. Looks a really good player, blah blah, and all this, and had a little highlight reel of him. But on initial thoughts, you think, why are we loaning a player from Hull? Obviously, Hull don't want him, so.
Yeah, you're in, Pete, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I can see you. I'm listening, mate.
Game over, mate. Game over.
You think what's he gonna? You think what good is he going to be for us? But then someone made a true statement. Said, "Well, look, playing a different system might work in our system, might not work in theirs." So.
Plus, they've had a big managerial merry-go-round, haven't they? So, Pete, what's that background noise? Is there a telly on or something?
I'm trying to tell you, Bob. Turn it down.
Here we go again.
Custard in the background.
Turn the TV. Just mute it down. You can watch it still.
How you doing, Pete?
All right, mate. Yeah, I was really, really buzzing until 5 minutes ago. And you're up there, and now I'm down here because we were buzzing.
We've all got a bit overexcited there. I weren't expecting it.
No, it was absolutely buzzing. And then, like that Richard Cooley comes up with that statement, and my God, I was just working it out. I thought, best, like Joe said, one of the best transfer winners we've ever had if we'd have got him. 100%. 100%. Such a downer, mate. Such a downer.
We've lost our heads here. We've gone live. I don't even do you know how fucking important it is? I haven't even had dinner yet. That's fucking, I've missed a meal for the first time since I'm about 6 years old.
It was all exciting. Well, I was actually going to go down to Mill with a flag and with Sky Sports and all that and start getting interviewed at the crowd and try to keep them.
A flag or a big dildo? You ain't going to go on them blokes and say it's a big dildo for the transfer deadline.
I'm gutted. Feels like a defeat.
Yeah, it does feel like a big L. But at least we've had a good transfer window, mate. And the fact was even linked or prepared to be looking at someone like Kiefer Moore and offering him the wages he'll probably be on. As I said to Joe earlier, been to the World Cup.
Yeah.
It's exactly what we need, Pete, isn't he? So that's
that sort of thing don't just happen overnight. Mill have obviously worked on that for a long time, that target. Do you know what I'm saying? It ain't like we've just gone there today and gone, bar. There's been a lot of work gone on behind the scenes to get to that stage to make an agreement with Bournemouth. Do you know what I mean? A lot of work would have gone on.
Yeah. We still had that telly, Pete, in the background.
That's off. Nothing on.
Or is it
someone else talking?
Stacey yapping?
Might be someone talking in the background, yeah. But yeah, it's there's a lot of work, Stace. There's a lot of work going on. There's a lot of work that goes on in the background to get to this stage of signings, and congratulations for all the people that got it that far, Aldridge and all the Mill staff, for him to just knock us back at the last minute, and we obviously know he's going to go to Wrexham now, isn't it? Wrexham,
Cardiff. It's in Wales.
All I'm saying, he prefer to go to Wales than Millwall. That's what I'm saying.
Well, he came from Cardiff. For those asking what beer I've got Tingtale. Free for £6 in Tesco's on club card price. There you go.
And what's the percentage?
My mate Sam just posted in one of the groups, said fun while it lasted. But look, you just mentioned Alex Aldridge there, and I was thinking about this earlier. He got pelters, didn't he? He was the guy that started News at Den.
Yeah.
And then he got loved a bit of Championship manager, locked in his fucking mum's basement or something. But listen, fair play to him. He's ended up getting the fuck off, just sammered him. But he ends up getting the recruitment for the wall. And I said in my video earlier, I think the Alan Campbell video, we've got a really good squad now. We've got a really good squad, don't you think?
Listen,
100%.
that marquee signing, if it happened, you're looking at top 2.
Do you reckon?
Capable of making top 2 with that squad, with that side.
I would say so. If we got that Kiefer Moore deal over the line, I'd say we've got to push on right to the top bit.
Top 2 with that squad.
No.
You know, when you look at the likes of Luton in the previous years and the Bournemouths and the Brentfords that gone up.
Yeah, we would have had a better squad than that.
That's also down to James Berylson. I think, in memory of his dad, he's trying to push this on now this season. And he's taking the shackles off a bit. I'm going, you know what, let's go for it. And like I say, going back to Aldridge, I remember he was spot on when he had News at Den at that time. Any signings, we always went on News at Den, not Richard Cowley. It's always News at Den would broke the news of signings. And
Aldo, yeah.
Yeah, Aldo, on that thing. And now
according to Aldo.
But now we've got the we've got this Richard Cowley, who's made all that. Anything said from him, you know he's done, don't you? You know, when he says it, it's done. And it's the truth. And then when all this other room bads coming up in our group going, it's done, the deal was done. I remember you, Dan, you said one of the deals was done and it wasn't. Do you remember?
No.
Yeah, last season you did. The deal was done.
The George Cox one.
Who was it?
George Cox earlier on in the summer.
Yeah, you said it was done and it wasn't.
I know. And I mean, Ollie Burke, when he went to Werder Bremen, Ollie Burke went to the club and he had a medical. I know that as fact.
He was posting up videos in a Millwall training kit, wasn't he?
Yeah, things can change in football. But just mentioned there as well, I want to talk about a little bit. You just mentioned, I mean, where's my mate Tom? Tom Mead just said, regardless, we've had a really, really good, strong transfer window.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, other than maybe with the exception of Harding, because obviously Rowett, I don't know why he's been brought in Harding, because he didn't even get in the Carabao Cup team, did he? When we lost to Reading. But credit to Alex Aldridge, but also credit to Gary Rowett. But on top of that, and I don't want to be disrespectful to John Berylson, because the things he did for the club were amazing. We was worried what the future may hold owner-wise for us, but James Berylson come in and said, I'm going to continue my dad's good work. Do you feel that we've maybe dipped our toe in a little bit more and we've gone a little bit higher bracket since he's come in?
Yeah, that is down to his son trying to make his dad proud.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I think.
Do you know what? As soon as I saw the Kiefer Moore thing or the rumours of the deal happening, I thought, Jesus Christ, we're really going for it. We're really pushing the boat out. And something in the back of my mind, I started to get a bit worried. I thought, are we trying to push too much? Where we might be in trouble if it don't work? So
that does show you that he's saying he needs another striker up front, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he's not happy with it two similar strike players. He wants like a Toshak Keegan combination.
Because look, I've mentioned before about Vogelsammer's got mixed reviews, and I've always said, look, if something happens to Bradshaw and Nisbet, you've got him as a backup that can still play centre forwards. But now we've got rid of him. Now you're thinking, what other? You've got Nisbet and Bradshaw there. Say something happens to one of them. Who else you got there as a proper centre forward?
Well, you ain't. Well, Amaku, maybe.
Amaku could probably play there. Yeah, I guess, yeah.
But I was thinking this earlier. I said when we got Denor Mitchell, Saville, and Campbell. You can bet your bollocks to the barn that once someone's going to get injured, someone's going to get sent off. Well, I think Rowett's learned from previous seasons that must have a terrible physio for one, and we will have these injuries. I know you're saying it will be light if Bradshaw, God forbid, or Nisbet were to get injured. But we are still one better than last year because we only have Vogelsammer as backup last year. But yeah, we definitely haven't got another option. In the youth team, Tom Lee's scoring a lot of goals, but he won't bring him in because Rowett doesn't really like the youth, does he? Look, John Howard's on fire. Kevin Nisbet, 7th of June. 30th of June, Joe Bryan. July the 21st, Casper Denor. July the 21st, Wes Harding. August the 3rd, Matija Sarkic. August the 24th, Brooke Norton-Cuffy. September the 1st, Ryan Longman and Alan Campbell. You notice what I think, though, as well? I'll praise the club again here. Our recruitment today alone, with no money, has been fucking to get the 2 players out we did, and the 2 players in we did. It's been really good, but it does suggest to me that we have not got a lot of money to spend.
But it's very clever. It's shrewd business.
Really true. Really,
And
really
I think
true.
even bar the Kiefer Moore thing, no, it's not happening now. I keep mentioning it, but I still think it's been one of our best transfer windows.
Really good.
Is it, you know, like when it said he's dead in the water there, is it because obviously he doesn't want to come? So it must mean
there must be something from Cardiff last minute in the pipeline
Cardiff
trying to get a deal done.
Someone near up that way. It's only going to be a championship club. Remember that.
Yeah.
It ain't going to be a Premiership club. It's going to be a championship club. So I reckon possibly who else is looking for that sort of strike? West Brom?
No, maybe West Brom.
West Brom, somewhere along them lines.
I see Cardiff fans though on Twitter earlier saying that they've had their best transfer window they've ever known, even before this whole Kiefer Moore saga, saying irrelevant. If Kiefer Moore goes to Millwall, this has been our best transfer window.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
we're saying the best transfer window. It made me look at it like this, that every other team as well is still strengthening.
I know.
They think they're having a good transfer window.
They've got 5 strikers, Cardiff.
Connor just said Cardiff got 5 strikers.
I did think that, so that's why I thought we'd get that deal done.
I don't think he's going Cardiff, though, personally, no. I reckon it'd go closer to home, around maybe Bristol City, even something like that, closer to his home.
Could be Plymouth. He's from down Plymouth way, isn't he?
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Possible.
That's where he's originally from, round Plymouth way.
That to me is, I've always said over the years that Millwall's a club on the up that's slowly progressing, getting better and better and better.
And attracting the better.
Yeah,
like I've always had this thing hanging over us. Oh no one would want to join us. No one will want to manage us.
No. We've got crowds that are on the up. Over 9,000 season ticket holders. The club is progressing year after year, and then the signings are getting better and better and better. This Kiefer Moore one, if we got over the line, would have proved what attraction that we are and are going to be for the future.
Yeah, I think it would have been more than just a signing, wouldn't it? It would have been a little bit of a statement. Like, hang on,
exactly,
huge statement.
People want to go to fucking Millwall. He'd be brilliant for us. People saying that just seeing that Middlesbrough are in for more. John Howard saying that Norwich are in for more. Look, we haven't signed him, but as I said earlier, we've had a good window today, in my opinion, considering Rowett said in the week we only get 1 player in. George Evans leaves the club, goes to Wrexham. Volkshammer leaves the club, goes somewhere back in Germany, to the Volkswagen factory. And it's dead wood gone. I reckon both of those players' combined wages would have been anywhere between the 15 and 20 grand a week mark. We signed Ryan Longman, which I'm happy with. I'm pissed off myself if that's a blurry photo. Spoke to Mark Beard earlier. Mark Beard, because he commented on my Instagram post, and he sent me a voice note saying, really good player, pacey, likes to knock the ball past people and run, technical, good with both feet. Gary Rowett said in his video earlier on Millwall, I saw on Instagram, that he can play left wing back, right wing back, centre forward. He can play in a variety of positions. 22 years old, from Redhill in Surrey. Is he trying to get back down the right end of the country and revive his career?
I noticed that earlier when I checked this Wikipedia page. He's from Surrey, isn't he? He might have thought ideal move closer to home for him. Other than that, can't really comment.
Mate, I'm melting in his sweatshirt.
Oh, yeah, fair enough, mate. Well, if you want to strip off, do it now, because I'll put a picture of
move to the side.
Another new sign on the screen. There you go. Alan Campbell, Joe. Been tracking him for a while. Of course, we tried to get him. He fits into the Jamal O'Keefe Moore category. You keep thinking we're going to get him. We now have, of course, Luton did sign Chong from Man United and Ross Barkley. So no room at the inn at Kenilworth Road. It's tight for numbers in there anyway, Kenilworth Road. And Alan Campbell, when he said Alan Johnston, Alan Campbell experience last season in the Championship. We're getting Luton out of the division. Good signing.
Yeah, I think very good signing. I was over the moon with that one alone. I think we was linked with him been about 2 seasons ago, wasn't it? It was like a Zian Fleming saga thing where we got linked to him in the summer or one of the windows, didn't sign. Then we got linked to him again in the next window, didn't sign. And then I think it was the third window, we actually didn't get linked to him, and then he ended up signing for Luton. But
Yeah.
I checked these stats earlier, 43 games last season in a promotion-winning side. To me, I'd think if he's played that many games in a promotion-winning team, they'd give him a fair go this season. But for whatever reason, I've seen a few Luton fans on social media a bit unhappy about why he's not really had much game time yet. So,
well, I was saying earlier about sorry, mate, saying about this Longman guy, and what people are going, oh, he's shit. He plays for Hull and he can't get in Hull side. A lot of the time can depend. Well, primarily it depends on a manager. And a Luton fan DM me and went like, really good player. Nathan Jones loved him, but Rob Edwards come in and just didn't really fancy him, and that can happen in football, can't it? So it's not that they're bad players; they just don't fit the bill with the manager currently.
Yeah, they don't fit into the system that he wants to play.
Yeah. What do you think, Alan Campbell? Are you pleased with that one?
I don't, to be honest with you, Dan. I'm not quite knowledgeable on these other players apart from Millwall in the Championship. I don't really know personally. You boys and the young boys know a lot about him, but personally, I don't. I didn't know a lot about Luton players last season. Don't know a lot about him this season, but I've just heard he's a box-to-box player, likes to get stuck in.
Is it the second coming?
Yeah, I've always liked we've always liked that our midfielders to be, involved, don't we? Like, going back with Erlock and Briley, players like that, like them to get involved, like the other teams to know that they're there. Players that can pick the ball up, spray a pass, run with the ball, things like that.
That's spot on.
Hopefully, he's one of them players, not too much of a Mitchell or that sort of type player that doesn't like to drive forward. Well, I think we need that. The problem we got is we don't make teams back up. When we had Burke, we could make teams back. When Burke got the ball, they backed off of him. And we need that midfielder as well that's going to do them runs where the team's going to back up him. Fleming used to do that. He ain't done it. As Dan said, showed glimpses Saturday. But we desperately need that midfield striker that's going to run with the ball, back teams off, and bring other players into play. And if he's that player, happy days. Like I say, I'm not seeing a lot of him. I don't even know when, the boys are singing, unless you've seen him on telly or something like that, because I don't think Luton was on the telly a lot last season. It's only hearsay from other supporters saying how good he is, So I don't know if you've seen him, Joe, personally play. How many times you see him play last season? 2, 3?
Well, yeah, maybe. But to be honest, I'm not going by what I've seen him sort of do. I'm just going by what other sort of fans have said on social media, etc.
Yeah, exactly.
And you think the way I just look at the stats. If he was a solid starter for them week in, week out in a promotion-winning side, then surely he must have something to give to us. Do you know what I mean?
True. Get that.
David makes a good point there. He says, without more, I rate the window at 7.5. With more, it's a 9. People still asking in the comments. I still think, well, it's not going to happen now. Richard Cowley squashed it. No Kiefer Moore to Millwall, unfortunately. Why don't that carrot? The fuckers, Sky Sports killed it there. But yeah,
I'd rather not heard about it. Yeah,
same. Let's have a comment. In the comments. Excuse me. In the comments, Kiefer Moore's not coming. So rate our transfer window. Not just today, but what we've recruited in 23-24. Let's have a few numbers in. Let's rate our transfer window.
Do you know what? I think if we didn't have this whole Moore story come out and then get the disappointment, I think that 7.5 would have been pushed up to an 8.
Yeah.
It's just the whole disappointment of getting carried away with Moore and now not. It brings it down a 0.5, I think.
Listen, right? we're all over the moon thinking he's going to sign, and his mum Stacey turned around and said, "Listen, you ain't even done
That's
yet.
right,
I'm
8.5.
excited about it." And it's true, isn't it? I'd be,
8.2.
I
I
did
know
have
8.2
big doubts.
is very particular, and I just thought that. Yeah, I mean, look, it's still a good John Robertson 8 kind of pass field 8.
Yeah.
We're
I think
happy.
we're all pretty much on agreement with similar numbers there, aren't we?
On a pass field. Very well.
8-2. It's turned into a fucking diving contest, isn't it? Well, Tricky comes dancing.
10 out of 10, Con. Geezer put 9 with a keeper more. 7.5 that keeper more.
7.85.
Connor said 7.85.
Darren Cully says 8-9 if we get someone else in.
I'd say the only way you're going to get a 9 for me is if Charlie Cresswell last minute clutch.
Yeah.
Charlie, actually, funny enough, I watched Leeds in the week. And they lost on penalties to Salford. I only watched the first half because I was shattered. I went to bed. But they Creswell played, Shackleton played, and Matt Smith got fucking above him when fucking scored the first goal. Then Kenny must have been running around in his pants.
Yeah.
Talking of Matt Smith, that's another sort of a Kiefer Moore, Jamal Lowe sort of style thing, wasn't it? How many times have we been linked to Kiefer Moore in the past and
Do
never
not
signed
say
him?
them names ever again.
No, but we got linked to Matt Smith so many times before we actually got him.
Yeah, but
So maybe
we are like
maybe January or next season for Kiefer Moore. Who knows?
Joe, we are Millwall renowned. We are like the Mounties, the Canadian Mounties. We always get our man. Yeah?
Remember him, the WWF wrestler.
They might be 70 at the time, but we always get them.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get Kiefer Moore in January. If he don't end up signing for anyone now. And
someone was saying in the comments that he's looking now like he's not going to move. So surely,
yes.
I mean, if that's solely down to the player's got 4 or 5 options and he doesn't move, then he probably believes that he's more than capable of breaking back into their side. That tells me.
So, but thinking of it, I'm not too sure about this, but I know loan windows. I'm not sure if it's changed. Is the loan window the same deadline as the?
No, good fucking point, Joe. Callum, yes, we're all at Bromsmore, boys, aren't we?
Yeah, all 3 of us. Yeah.
Should we park in the same place? I'll pay for your parking. We get some fan cams.
Okay.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah.
After that, yeah. You know where we parked last time? Usually park.
Oh, Danny Hill.
Yeah, I think we got train last time. I think.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
No,
we're driving.
Who's driving?
I'm driving.
Oh, Pete's driving. Day off the Lagos for Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that car park we parked in before where the boys pushed you over into the fucking...
Oh, back
yes.
Yeah.
We could plot up there and get some fan cams, maybe.
Okay, if you remember where it is.
Not really, but I'll look it up. Deck, how you doing, mate? He says it's all distractions. So Styles... I mean, look, I'll pay for his content, the guy who put this out, not Deck. But he does do one-to-one coaching if people want to pay for his content at Danson Park. Football coaching. That Alan Nixon, I pay for his content. And he put it out there. And then you always get some people go, hey, he talks shit, that Nixon. Styles didn't come back. Would you have took Styles back?
100%.
In what sort of position? We've got too many midfielders now.
Not now that we've got that Campbell, because I like Styles. I think he was very versatile. I liked him playing at centre mid. I've seen him have a man of the match performance in centre mid and at left back. I really liked him. But now, I think how very short that's left of this window, I think there would be a pointless signing if we was to get him now.
Here's a blast from Lions TV past Mr. Marshmallow. I know that is. That's fucking.
Is that 8 days?
Mr. 8 days.
So.
Yeah, how you doing, Tom? Yeah, he was Mr. Marshmallow. Oh, I better not say he's social media. But anyway, if he wants to follow us, this plain bastard. No, it's true. Failed a medical apparently with Kiefer Moore. Fucking hell, there's all sorts of rumours. Tom Elliott's on his way. That's what I'm saying. Look, credit to the new chairman, Rowett, and Alex Aldridge. Nothing against Neil Harris.
Dan, sorry to interrupt there, but is it actually Alex Aldridge that picks the players out? Or is it Gary Rowett that picks the players?
It's got to be a combination of a few
Yeah,
people, isn't it?
I think that Aldridge will come to Gary Rowett with a list of 4 or 5 potentials in that area. I mean, back in the day, I watched that Under the Kosh podcast a lot, and they used to say, Alex Ferguson or Brian Clough, top to bottom, would run the club. Now there's so many hands in the pot.
Yeah.
That Rowett. But whatever the combination is, I think they've got it now. They've got it spot on. Would you agree?
I'd say so.
Yeah, it always seems to be. I think, Rowett at this time of year can't fly off to Belgium and Holland and places like that, where Alex Aldridge can he, looking at players. And then he probably picks ones out, like Dan just said, 3 or 4 go, this guy, good, this guy. And then maybe he might ever go over and see one player playing and put his tuppence in or whatever, 2 penny in, to say whether he's good enough to sign for Millwall,
Yeah, this is a very good point, because at this point we're probably thinking, why did we go live? Kiefer Moore's turned us down. Fuck me, he's been rejected more times than I don't know what. But Connor Parson, Connor Parson makes a very good point. He says, you've got to remember, it's a domino effect. Unless you're Peter Rodden Winger, I'm signing for that club 200 miles to get there and get pied.
Is that true, that comment, Connor Parsfield?
It's very true, isn't it? And it might not be the fact that Keith Moore doesn't want to sign for us. If a deal's been agreed, like Sky Sports said, which is now off, by the way, squashed by Richard Cowley, then he must have been keen. There must have been some weight behind it. But yeah, they was waiting on someone to come in from Forest. Was that right?
This Daka, wasn't it? That Bournemouth were meant to be signing this Daka, and the Kiefer Moore move was half reliant on that, on him coming in. But that deal's collapsed, and now all of a sudden, so it might not be he's rejected us. It might be a fact that another deal's fallen through, and Bournemouth have fought on. But saying that, can they turn back on it if they've already agreed a deal with us? I'm not sure how it works.
I don't know. Let's go back to what you said, Joe. It's very fucking interesting about the loan window. I think it stays open. I don't think it's.
Yeah, I'm not too educated on that side of things. Whether the loan deal is different, the loan window is different.
Bournemouth was supposed to sign a Leicester striker today.
Yeah.
Can anyone give us any insight on the loan window?
Well, I saw Steve Lees in the chat earlier. That's another blast from the past. Steve Lees has been MIA for a while now on the channel, but Steve's back. Yeah, I'm not sure, but there we go, boys. But look, for me, it's been a good window. Evans out, Vogelsam are out. In comes Longman, and that's not Longman, that's Campbell, and that's a blurry picture of Longman. The cameraman's had a couple of pints on that one. Are we lacking in any other areas, or are we content with what we've got, boys?
I would say, I think when you look at that Norwich game, and what we didn't have is a player to pick the ball up from the middle and run with it and push them back. We
AKA Ollie Burke.
Have we? We get these.
Mako, they say can do that maybe.
Someone said
they say that
earlier about Longman showreel's really good, and it probably is. He's probably got a good editor, not as good as me, but he's got Yuri Skalak, really good showreel. But do these players, are they not allowed to play the way they want to play when they come in under Rowett?
Well, no. Look at Burke. He had a free rein whenever he picked the ball up, didn't he? And he picks up out wide.
Or is he a bit of a martyr? Well, fuck you, I'm doing what I want.
I reckon he probably is.
He ran up players, and they all. As soon as he got the ball, you knew the defence of the other team was backing off. Yeah, they was backing off of him without a shadow of a doubt. Sometimes it happens with Fleming. We need that forward or winger to have that sort of fear in them, to fear the other teams. That when he gets the ball, back up with him, because when they back up when he runs, it brings the rest of the players into the game. As you know, at Norwich, we hardly got the ball in their half. You know what I'm saying?
There was a lot of mixed reviews on Burke, but me personally, I'd love to have him back because exactly as my dad said, he was one of our only outlets or one of our only players that would pick up the ball. And when you see him just be so direct and run at them, the other team would just completely back off. I don't know anyone else in our team, maybe Bar and Maku coming on as a sub, But I don't know many other players we've got in our team that can do that.
Well, Duncan Watmore to a certain degree can, but like everyone notices, he runs with his head down and he doesn't look up. So he's running and running, and you don't know where he is. He looks up and then he goes, "Oh, well, I'm in the penalty area."
His head's down too much. Steve Lee's mate does a really good. There's a really good Richard Cowley impressions because he's crushed our dream once again. No loans after that night, except emergency loans for goalkeepers. You can sign unattached players, I believe. Thank you, Stephen. Lee Chitty made a fucking fantastic point. He's also not dead, however he is married. However, he is married and has a newborn baby, so as good as.
Might as well be, yeah.
He said, our biggest problem with Ollie Burke is us. Because we always sign him when the new season started. He's not, I mean,
it was always January, wasn't it?
He'd been clearly cracking on with a bratwurst, hadn't he, last time he turned up? Do you remember? Like,
he ain't played many games.
He's bulging out the kit. You know, he's not fit. And that's probably why we don't get the best out of him. Another mate of mine said, Ollie Burke flits in and out of games, which wingers can in general.
Yeah.
But on his day, one of the best players in the division. I don't know where he's going. Anyone got any info on that for us?
Well, he was meant to be going to Birmingham at one point, yesterday, but that's all gone very quiet today. And what? Got an hour and a half left of the transfer window?
Ollie's clobber is the issue, John. Fuck. And do you know what? How far his arsehole he is as well? Excuse my language.
Oh, yeah, that's ridiculous.
So far up his bird's arse.
One of the most cringeworthy things I've ever seen.
Everything's easier with you. Well, I've been in relationships, Ollie. I can tell you, it fucking ain't easier with a missus on your arm.
I hate to say it, but all that, I don't know if it will last.
Let me tell you, if it ends up 11 o'clock at night, we've signed Burke, I'm going to put that transfer win up to an 8.5.
I'll welcome Ollie Burke and his club and his cringe Instagram post with his missus.
I'd 100% take that.
I don't know why. Has anyone confirmed that there's going to be no more business? Because I'm quietly confident we might still get someone.
I think we are. I think we got a plan B.
I was going to say, right, in all honesty, we've got an hour and a half left.
Where's the car going?
What do we think our chances are of getting someone in?
The Lukaku, where's he going?
He's gone to Roma.
I love your fucking optimism, Pete. He's gone to Roma, isn't he? Andrew says, lads, have a look at the Richard Cowley tweet. Something's still on. Well, I'm going to look at that right now.
What?
I don't know. Let's have a look.
Everyone's getting their phones up.
Yeah.
I've seen someone else post about that.
Oh, no. Something Ollie Windsor has posted and said, striker Kiefer Moore is still on track to make the exit, loaning the Welshman to a championship club outfit Millwall. And then Richard Cowley's commented on his retweet, but this fella is a whopper.
Unless Richard Cowley has committed the biggest wind-up of all time.
Well, it ain't April, but I mean, like someone said earlier, he was wrong about Sarkic, wasn't he? It's good,
I didn't know that thing about Sarkic.
We're not even discussing this.
Listen, the guy's 95% right. Let's hope in this 5% he's wrong.
I just want changing the subject. Millwall tickets. Thank you for your support. 933 fans cancelled. Well, that's not very good, is it?
They was when I ordered my tickets yesterday. It said limited availability.
Yeah,
how many did they originally give us then? I thought we'd have a bit more than that. In all honesty,
we took nearly 2K to Norwich on a Sunday. That was on a custard.
I thought we would have been close to selling that out. I know it's early kickoff and that, but still.
I don't know, but that's poor.
Listen, sorry, changing the subject. I've seen someone saying about where's Burke gone? Everyone's saying about has Burke gone to Birmingham? That's a very interesting one now because that's gone quiet with him to Birmingham.
Yeah, sorry, I'm laughing because I will show this on the screen. Someone just tweeted Richard Cowley and put, nice one. I don't know if you can see it. It's just a kebab, but instead of like the kebab in the middle, it's just a huge turd.
Who's this Ollie Windsor? And who's that? Who is this Ollie Windsor anyway, Dan?
Oliver Burke's watching, look.
Was that? Oh, yeah.
Oliver Burke's watching.
I'm off to Victoria's Secrets, my missus. Fucking you would have posted about it already, you fucking cheese roll. Kenny's outside Matt Smith's.
Dan Kieran's asking, what do you mean by the word custard?
Custard pie.
Oh, custard pie. Pie.
You never heard that before.
I can't believe Kieran's never heard that.
Sky, what was it meant to be? Custard
Oh,
pie.
Custard and
related
jelly,
to Scott.
telly. Custard and jelly, telly. You should know that, Pete. Come on.
Oh, Sky TV.
No, on the custard.
No.
Custard and jelly.
No?
Custard and jelly, telly.
I heard that before.
First custard pie, Sky.
Oh, custard pie. Sky, we thought.
We got a wise question. No, the custard on the custard. Yeah, the custard and jelly, the telly. You know, heard that?
I want a custard. Custard.
I've never heard that one. I've
never heard of that one. I've heard of the two puddings.
I'll say about the golden arm.
Oh dear.
How about the golden arches, Dan? You heard that one?
What's that?
The golden arches.
Oh no, never been there. Didn't have a
Remember
big,
the golden-
didn't have a large Big Mac meal with fucking a double cheeseburger yesterday in the Golden Arches. Oh, Man City assigned fucking someone from fucking Charlton on loan. What the fuck is going on tonight? Right, we are an hour and half away from the end of the transfer window.
Who's
Are
this?
we going to have some late drama?
Well, we're hoping for some. The most drama I'd thought about 3 years ago was Shea Ojo rocking up at 5 to midnight. What a fucking letdown that was. We have released George Evans. Contract terminated by mutual consent. He very quickly, I think he was already there if I'm honest, signed for Ryan Reynolds' Netflix masterpiece, Wrexham FC, Bev Foster in goal with his fucking GoPro dick. The big German, all 5'9".
No, he's got the Lions TV logo, hasn't he?
Yeah, fucking hope.
Tiger, innit?
On his arm, he's got the Lions TV, or is that a tiger?
It's a tiger.
Shit. All these heads got bird shit on these heads.
The slammer went back to the Audi factory in Germany. We did get him Ryan Longman, though, 22 years old. Hang on, sorry, I keep doing that. That's not Ryan Longman, that's Ryan Longman. A blurry version of. That's me without no glasses on, look at him. 22 years old, on loan from Hull City and Alan.
Right, Conor Mahoney.
Right, okay, let's discuss this. Gary Rowett said, my mate, a few people said to me, why have we not signed a centre-half? I said, I'm not saying I agree with this, but we've got Wes Harding, Murray Wallace, Ryan Leonard, Sean Hutchinson, and Jake Cooper. We've got 5 centre-backs. And today, Rowett said, well, look, I'm not saying the players are perfect, but we've got those players who have been in Gary Rowett's squad for a number of years, the majority of them. And Rowett actually said exactly that today. You know, look, we've got these players. If we want to play a 3, we've got 2 for cover. If we want to play a 2, we've got 3 for cover.
It's true, really, when you put it like that.
Well, you know, experienced players that have done well for Rowett. However, for me, Hutchinson is aging.
Yeah.
Murray Wallace is aging. Ryan Leonard is also aging and sometimes injury prone. Wes Harding can't get sniffed. Did we miss the trick? A trick here, boys, not getting a centre half?
Do you know what? Originally, I'd say yes. But now it all depends whether he's going to switch it up. If we have a 4 at the back, do we know he's going to continuously go with this 5 at the back with 3 centre-backs? It all depends. But I said in the last live stream that Harding's only there. We're waiting for that Hutch injury a few weeks down the line, aren't we? So for Harding to come in. But I think it would have done no harm to get one more in, I think.
We was linked with that McNally, wasn't we, from Burnley? But I think that was dependent on the Zian Fleming deal going through.
Yeah. Well, it's like, why are we looking at centre-backs? Oh, no, we got Wes Harding after that, didn't we?
Yeah. I just think
we got the same amount of centre-backs as last season, really, haven't we?
I think
I know we lost Cresswell, but we got Harding in. I'm not saying Harding's anywhere near the level of Cresswell, but it's the same amount of last season now.
I think with Leonard, listen, I know he's got a bit of an engine on him. He has got an engine on him. But I think his performance, when you look at him Saturday, the way he played at the back of the different positions he played in, he can play in the centre of defence, he can play right back and things like that. I think he's probably... Rowett's looked at that and thought, you know what? I've got
very
my
versatile.
now. I've got Coops. I've got Cooper and Hutchison, and obviously he's got
Wallace.
Harding. And I think he's sort of happy there, unless obviously we get an injury. But I suppose if you get an injury, you're knackered there, aren't you? After tonight,
I wouldn't say so.
So I'm just looking at some of the comments on Richard Cowley's tweet. There's about 100 of them. Some guy called Frankie just put, "Why are you determined to ruin everyone's day?" And then someone put, "Neither was Sarkic until he signed the next day." Richard Cowley did squash the Sarkic rumour.
Do you know what? If it was going to happen, I think it would have been done by now.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if.
Listen, he's been bang on the money every other time, so let's go with it and appreciate his knowledge.
Dan, imagine we come off the stream, and then an hour later it goes bang. We've signed Kiefer Moore. Emergency stream.
That's why no one's going anywhere for the next hour and 20 minutes.
I'll go down to Den with a Millwall flag and wait for Sky TV to send us.
Some things are called Billy. Just put, I always liked John Kelly more than you.
How long we got for the transfer window? Hour and a half.
Hour 25.
Hour and 25.
Just
I'm trying to look. Someone's messaged him called George and put, "Are Millwall done for the window then?" That's what I'd like to know. I'd like someone to put to him, to Richard Cowley, are we done for the night? But no one's.
When that rumour first, who started the rumour?
Me.
What, the Kiefer Moore one?
Yeah. Where did it start?
Well, I saw it on Sky Sports.
So when that message
On the custard and jelly.
on the custard and jelly come on, yeah,
On the custard and jelly on custard pie.
custard pie, yeah. But when that was first announced,
Sport, that was it.
when that was first announced, why didn't Richard Cowley announce that?
Yeah,
Because he's the more person in the know.
Richard
Alfred's
Cowley
right.
took his time to reveal when he
Alfred's
news
right.
on that.
It was on TalkSport. It was on TalkSport first.
Yeah. So then, what's that?
Johnson Clark Harris linked with a move away from Peterborough.
That could be our plan B.
Could that be?
Could be that Millwall one. Johnson Clark Harris from Peterborough. No, but what I'm saying, Richard Cowley obviously is like a proper man in the know. Full respect to him, but how comes he didn't release the statement?
That's true. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
Sometimes
back. So he didn't know about the early stages of the rumour because he's always the first one to break that news, and he probably missed out. He missed maybe it's a load of rubbish anyway. But then the Sky was. Are we believing Sky News? What they said, is it true? That they made it up?
Richard Cowley never reported it, did he? It took him a while to comment. A lot of people. He was under pressure. I see a lot of people tweeting him saying any news on this, and it weren't until about an hour or two later he's come out and squashed it.
Yeah, but a lot of people saying he missed the Sarkic deal. You know what I mean?
How could he miss the start of that rumour then?
He says Sarkic been happening, and then it fucking happened the next day.
So the start of the Kiefer Moore one, how's he missed
Does
out?
anyone know how he gets his information? Is it someone he knows in the club? Or?
Well, yeah, he's in cahoots with the club. Because I know there was a row. Do you remember the John Kelly thing on Twitter? I actually like John Kelly. I've had dealings with him, so I'm not going to slag him off. He was always in cahoots with the club, and he the exclusives, etc. And then there was a little bit of a rub because Richard Cowley started getting instead of him. Richard Cowley started getting them instead of him, and I think there was a little bit of a bit of upset calls for that.
Ollie Burke could be right. Do you know what I'm thinking? Richard Cowley could have pulled off the biggest wind-up.
No, he wouldn't do that because even when I do it, as small as this channel is, and it's not all about transfer news on mine. If I get something wrong, I'm fucked off.
I'm just trying to think positive, hoping somehow that he.
Trying to fucking channel it. That's where it came from. I'm gonna put it on the screen. You can read that. That's where it come from. It come from a guy on TalkSport, reliable source.
Yeah.
So
But
look,
when they say set to join, that must be quite far down the line in dealings. Do you know what I mean?
but you
Yeah.
don't
That's what I'm saying.
you don't
The
go with something like
negotiations
that.
were done. Them negotiations then were done days and days and days, if not weeks in advance, to get to that
Not
stage.
always. Not always.
Oh, at least
don't-
days. The Mill wouldn't just pick him out after 2 days, would they?
You don't go with something like that unless you're quite confident. This guy now will be fucked off that he's put that out, and it sort of damages your reputation a bit, Joe. That's what you said before,
Yeah.
Pete, about losing Den. You know, he was always on the money. He was always right. And then even Richard Cowley will be fucked off that he got the Sarkic thing wrong. You're like, fuck. I put that out now and it ain't fucking happening.
He'll be a bit paid off that he didn't put the rumour out then as well, then, wouldn't he?
No, because he was always...
You know, he could have put it out there saying that Millwall have agreed a fee, but he never did he? That normally always comes through him. Did it information like that? Are we going to sign, keep him online? He could have turned out a day and went, Millwall are in talks with Bournemouth to...
I'm sure,
buy
did he not tweet? I'm sure I see something earlier. I can't remember if it was him. It may have been Richard Cowley, where he says, I believe that's all Millwall's business done for the day.
Well, Keel just said that Richard Cowley just put up his Kiefer Moore staying at Bournemouth.
He's coming in Jan then.
So he's staying at Bournemouth.
Yeah, but
That's probably because their deal's fallen through for that other striker.
Yeah,
So it might not-
So,
don't forget as well, it's
listen,
always about the player. It's about the club. The club will go out. No, hang on, you can't fucking go anywhere, mate, because we're one shot.
yeah,
Now.
so he's rejected us. It's not said he's rejected us anywhere. That could be Bournemouth have pulled the plug on it last minute.
This is one that there's
What?
still. When I saw Richard Cowley put in the week, you know, Millwall's business isn't done. It could all be systems go on deadline day. First thing I thought of, Fleming. How would you stand on it, boys? If Fleming was to go,
In his recent form, no, I'll let him go. I'll let him go. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I would now.
I called the fella out halfway through in the last season. He said, oh, you've said about Fleming. I know, like, having a go at you on Twitter, saying, how can you slag He's got 15 goals and 15 assists? Because after that, he just dropped. And his performances dropped. It weren't just me. I talked to fellow Mill fans. I went, he's sort of like getting carried away with something. If he's not putting in the same effort and determination in his game. And it went on game after game after game after game. And it got halfway through to the end of the last season. I thought, he's completely lost the plot. That's when I called him out. And then ever since that time, everyone else has started to notice it. But I noticed it way back then. And then if you notice the current 3 performances, and I think Rowett pointed on it, or someone said it, he said he showed glimpses on Saturday of what he can do. Yes, glimpses. He's not fully on the money like he was first half of last season. So yes, Fleming, his recent performances, I'll take 10 mil for him all day long.
Yeah.
Right, Simon, I've asked 5 questions. Do you read them? We don't want any more fallout. Someone accused me before of mugging him off personally, and he was unsubscribing, and I'm fucking joining the YouTube channel. So sorry, Simon. They go very thick and fast, the comments. There's coming with 300 people online. So what's your question, mate? Let me know, because I can't read them all. They go very quick. Simon says, people agree with you there, saying that Fleming's head's been turned. Are we too?
No, but honestly, I watched his. Yeah, he showed glimpses on Saturday, but the 3 games before that, in all honesty, I could put my hands up and say I've not noticed him on the pitch the 3 games before that, and I could say he's barely had a touch. I could say but based on those 3 first performances, I could say we wouldn't miss him in that team.
Yeah. You'd have put an essay in there or a Maku in that position, and they'd work harder than what he's been doing. And his head's been turned, Dan. It's started at the after Christmas, January, February time.
I think he's getting this bit of thing where mentally you can see, right? I think he's got this thing in his head now where he thinks he's bigger than what he is. You can see it when he lines up for free kicks. He's just always looking for his name in lights. The Hollywood side, he wants his big goal, big free kick. And every time he attempts it recently, it's useless. Look, it's free
useless.
kicks.
I don't know what.
Nothing.
I think he had the up with him the other
He-
day, didn't he? Someone
Yeah,
else
he
went to take a free kick and he took it and had the up with him.
He picks up that ball at a free kick like, right, I want all the limelight on me. I want everyone to watch it. I'm going to do it. And it all pans to nothing, those free
Never.
kicks.
He can't even chip the ball over the wall. It's always under the wall.
Are we
Yeah.
being too harsh as a fan base in general? Steve Lees is the voice of reason. I think Fleming ran out of steam second half of last season. Dutch league nowhere near as physical. The first 3 games he played wide. I agree with that. Put back in the 10 last week and was much better.
He's bang on the money. Exactly what I said.
But at the same time, they're professional players. You're a professional footballer. I do half agree with that,
Steve.
like run out of steam. But at the same time, like, come on, you're a professional athlete. You can't just...
Yeah, but he's right in what he's saying there, Steve.
Yeah, I know.
The championship is more demanding. And maybe,
I
he
guess,
did run out of steam. But now he's had a break. He's had the season, the summer break. He's come back. There's no excuse for not to
listen,
be fit.
we had that winter break for the World Cup.
Yeah.
Forget about that.
He probably
out of
come
steam,
back
he had a
and
break.
Dutch lagers or something.
Charlie Richardson says, I don't know about Fleming now, but he definitely wanted out, and that's a fact.
I think he's got too. He's let it all go to his head, I think, and I think he's got too big for his boots too soon. Listen, we all wanted to turn it around and just put in some of these performances again. But back in the last season, so far this season, I've not seen it.
Oh, look at Leo Wren's report here. Look,
Yeah, so
Marvel's flag.
that was quality, that flag, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks
Where is
very
it
much
now?
for that.
I heard he took the wedding photos down and with you and Stace and put the flag up instead. Is that right? Don't tell her I said that.
I paid a lot of money for that flag, mate, and it was well worth it. You know, we got it's what I could touch it now where I'm sitting.
Is he going to make a reappearance for the?
It's going to make a reappearance
the Leeds
when
game?
we're finally confirmed as promoted to the Premiership this season, and I'll unravel that flag again,
I won't hold my breath on that one, then, mate.
and I will.
Did we sign more? No, we didn't sign more. Literally, I think it was 8 or 13 minutes. Not sure which one. After all the drive on deadline day, Richard Cowley squashed that Kiefer Moore will not be signing for Millwall tonight. And we've managed to drag the show out for an hour and 12 minutes. Since we're doing
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, I thought it would be about half hour. It would be done to
yeah,
be
but
fair
Connor
after
said-
the rumours was squashed.
Connor said
done well.
Connor said we could get one more.
Has anyone tweeted Richard Cowley and said any more business? Because I remember last year I was going to go live and Richard Cowley went, all business concluded for me, with no one else in. And I thought, thank you very much.
He hasn't stated that yet, has he? He
No.
usually does.
He hasn't. He saved me another fucking.
He said it earlier.
Yeah, I thought that. I'm sure he said that earlier after the other 2 deals. I mentioned that earlier. I'm sure he put all business concluded.
Oh,
And then a few hours later, the Kiefer Moore rumour come out.
All right then, boys. Well, should we jack it or should we carry on?
I think there's nothing more really, unless he comes and signs.
I
I think-
can't see anything happening now, in all honesty. I think we're done.
I agree.
All right, well, there we go. 288 on the stream still. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Early night, up early doors.
Yeah, we're up early.
Yeah, on the way.
Not again. I can't go through that again.
No, he signed for someone else, I see.
Has he?
Yeah, he went abroad somewhere. Cardiff sent him on loan somewhere.
He's another one with Ross.
Joe.
He's another one with Ross Club. People were saying keep going, but you know, we got to get up early in the morning, boys. And of course, most importantly, I've not had dinner yet, so I'm going to do that now.
All right.
But
Golden
thanks-
Arches for you, Dan.
huh?
The Golden Arches for you.
Not 2 days in a row, mate. Trying to get back in the table, tonight. Yeah, thanks, Joe. Thanks, Pete. And thanks, everyone, for tuning in. But it does definitely look like it is dead in the water. I really said Conor O'Mara. Kiefer Moore will not be joining Millwall, and neither will Conor O'Mara because he's last pick of goals.
What'd you say?
Who said that? What was that?
Nah, it weren't me. But thanks, everyone, for tuning in. We'll all be at Brum tomorrow. All of us on screen. I ain't Connor's on screen. Kieran will be there as well. And we'll try and get some fan cams in.
There you go. O'Mara's in full.
I've been cheating.
All there tomorrow.
You know that, Jen. I've been cheating for years. Sorry that we couldn't bring you the news that you wanted to hear. We're as devastated as you are. But look, a good window nonetheless. George Evans gone. Andras Volgolasama gone. In comes Ryan Longman and Alan Campbell. Will they go straight?
Actually got it right.
Yeah,
Got it right that time.
End on a high. Didn't get that right. I got that right, sorry, but I don't think they're going to start 11 tomorrow.
Ed Wallace is on his way back. Just signed him, look.
Oh, don't.
Budget change.
Shocking.
Yeah, don't, Rich. You'll have nightmares. Well, look, if something was to happen, we got this sharp and running in 5 minutes, and it's actually been smoother than the one we planned.
If it happens, Dan, we'll come straight back on.
But we'll come straight back on if anything happens in the next hour and 12 minutes.
Yeah, 100%.
Cheers, boys. Keep your eyes on the socials. If it happens, we'll be back. Please subscribe to Lions TV.
Thanks everyone for watching.
Come on, you Lions.
Coming.
Brilliant.